Alright, now for some lazy compiling. Activities. First thing I'm gonna do is go in to Haiku and obtain my keyboard. And grab my paper and try to compile free radius. Usually, after I do such strenuous typing, I'll put my hand in an ice bag. The strenuous mouse movements that you see here can also cause carpal tunnel. The amazing stress of having to deal with failures may require that I consume some acetaminophen or perhaps aspirin. I think that I would like to try the FTP proxy instead, because I don't know what those errors relate to, and I don't feel like dealing with them. If the camera starts to dip down, that means my hand is getting tired from the weight of this 5-ounce Logitech camera. Ah, an error. What shall I do about this error? Well, I think I'll go into the work directory. And I figure I'm going to go to the FTP proxy directory and I'm going to look to see that the error has taken place in the source directory. Upon doing this, I will examine the name of the file in which the error is derived, and I will see that it is called main.c and that it is looking for a file called fcntl.h located in the system directory. However, that file does not exist in the system directory. Instead, that file exists in the POSIX directory, and therefore the SYS is completely unnecessary. Once I'm done patching this program, I will proceed to email the creator of the program to tell him he needs to get his program in compliance with POSIX, and then I'll fix it up for him with a patch. I'll then inform him that my operating system is too good to use non-POSIX pieces of software, and explain to him that it's necessary for him to change his software to suit the needs of my operating system. Then I'm also gonna realize that I happened to edit the wrong file, but it's okay because eventually I would have had that error anyway. I'm going to add the word rig to the end of the program, and this is the most complicated thing I have to do. I also need to strengthen my thought process to unlock the file. I also probably should contact the developer and tell him that his lack of POSIX complaints is not appreciated. And it has caused me enough stress. The fact I've had to edit these 3 files has caused me to, I now have a splitting headache. And my heart's pounding to the point where I don't know if I'll be able to function further. I may stop eating or not be able to sleep. I also gonna let the developer know that I don't appreciate his demon-possessed program, and that I'm a good Christian, and I don't want demons in my operating system or in my programs. I'll also tell him if he complains that I find his complaints bizarre. I'll also tell him that my operating system requires that I include an additional library in the makefile called library network. But I'll inform him that I only suffered from the vapors for about 5 minutes, as all I had to do was just add a simple an extra line here. But I'll tell him that my carpal tunnel has become much worse, and that perhaps I would be happier if I sawed my fingers off. Now, I also have to let him know that I had to make patches, and that this is his fault. And I don't appreciate having to make patches, but all I had to do was simply add a few words and delete a few letters from a source code so that his program would work in my environment. As you can see, the effort I have to exert is quite exhausting. That I was further inconvenienced by the requirement that I had to delete the source directory, and that I accidentally typed make patch sum twice, causing my fingers traumatic joint damage. And this all could have been prevented if he had just made his source code absolutely perfect. As you can see, my setting didn't work. So now I gotta look for clues. This has caused my splitting headache to turn into a throbbing, pounding cranium of torture. I could see that in this case, the libs command will work, and so I just need to move my setting from one place to the other. I could also see that my patch is applied, so basically I have to go and actually it's quite, using the mouse is quite painful. My fingertips become bruised from doing this. And by having to hit the Alt C and Alt V keys, I'm at risk of breaking a finger. This is a lot of trauma to have to endure to be able to compile a program. But I do have some reassurance that the fault and the onus is on the package creator.